Good morning, everyone. Appreciate you taking some time out of your day to join us today. We've got the privilege of having Jennifer Howe, our internal wholesaler over at Fidelity and Guarantee Life, here on the line with us today. She's going to be going through um, one of their top selling products right now. As many of you know, we're in a really great high interest rate environment compared to where we've been for many and many and many years. So I'm going to talk about one of their big bonus products. I've been telling all my agents for the last several weeks, your next marketing campaign is sitting right in your filing cabinet. All these policies that were written 5 years ago, 7 years ago, even 4 years ago, a lot of those um, have very low interest rates, 3% cap, 2% cap, 1% fixed rate, and carriers are welcoming the business for replacements because knowing that the clients are getting in a much better situation. So she's going to go through one of their top selling products right now, talk kind of about what they'll accept as far as on the suitability, as far as replacing that business, and hopefully help you guys find some new sales. So first, you get to listen to me for just a couple minutes. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Laura Johnson. I've been with IMES for about 18, 19 years all in. I did about 8 years on the new business side. I'm in my ninth year here on the marketing sales side. So been with the company for a long time. Consider it my family. And so if you ever need anything on the annuity side, feel free to reach out to me. I do run one of the marketing teams here at I'm so happy to assist you in any way I can. Just a couple things we're going to go through. We're going to just talk about a few programs we got available, a couple trips we got coming up, and a few things, and we'll hand it over to Jennifer. If you do have questions along the way, just go ahead and type them in, and then we'll address those at the end of the webinar. So first, we got our new producer bonus for those of you who are maybe brand new to IMES or are considering joining IMES. This is something that would be available for you. You've got 180 days from the day you get first contracted with us to qualify. As you can see on the screen, we got 5 different tiers. If you look at the different themes in each tier, it's all geared toward marketing and helping you grow your business. Our goal here at IMES, off those first pieces of business, is to put money back in your pocket in the form of marketing to help you grow that business as we partner together. And as you can see, you can do anything from radio to seminars to preset appointments to maybe you just want marketing dollars for a different campaign or buying leads. A lot of great options here. So from the day you get contracted, FIA business is dollar for dollar. MIGA business, unfortunately, does not count toward this. So if you're curious where you stand or if you qualified, give your marketer at IMES a call. They can look into that for you. After you get done with your new producer bonus, we do move you into a marketing reimbursement program. So for every 100,000 of indexed annuity premium, we put $100 in a marketing account here at IMES for you. For every 100,000 of single premium life, that's $200. And for every 10,000 of life target premium, that's $200 as well. Again, these are just continually building here. And when you go out, spend money on marketing, you email those receipts over to your marketer here at IMES, and they'll get them over to accounting for reimbursement. So we do reimburse them for 50% of the cost of all your expenses for marketing until your account's depleted. As far as the referred producer program, if you've been in the business any length of time, referrals are important to you. They are equally as important to us. Some of the best agents we've got came from referrals from other agents of ours. So when and some people don't want to take on the stress of a downline and potential chargebacks and debt rolling up. So this is a way for us to say thank you and put money back in your pocket without you having to take on that responsibility. So when your referral gets appointed, they get $50. And then as you can see the breakdown on the screen there for life, index, single premium life, and MIGA business. And that just gets cut quarterly. Those checks go out. I've seen some pretty big checks go out, and those are, I would say, Stephen Charles's favorite checks to sign. So great way to get a little money back, and that doesn't come out of your pocket. That doesn't come out of your referrals pocket. That's just coming out of IMES's pocket. We always say work smarter, not harder. And one way we do that is by being a support with you. I always like to say you get to put us on your staff without putting us on your payroll. And that really comes down to our back office support. So from the pre-sale marketing, I helping with case design, getting you the forms, making sure your trainings are all compliant, anything like that. To the once you submitting business, having our new business team following up on that business every couple days really can help make the cases move through the system much faster. So on the annuity side, just a few things that we do here at IMES, before we submit an application, we're making sure you're completely compliant. And then they're going to follow up on the business all the way through. They're going to chase down those transfers that are taking forever and try and push those along. On the life side, we can help with ordering all the parameds and chasing down medical records. So really, whatever we can put on our plate, keep you in the field doing what you do best, that's our goal. We also do paperless contracting like everyone pretty much does these days. So we are on SureLC, just a few carriers that aren't on that platform, but majority of them are. So it makes it easy to be able to add carriers without much work. If you haven't been to our website, I encourage you to check it out. We're adding new stuff all the time. You can see the website there, imesinc.com. I'm not going to bore you and go through the whole website. What I'll tell you is there's a lot of great resources. Anything from, we give you access to Annuity Rate Watch. Under the support tab, you can see all of our different marketing programs. There's a whole page dedicated to that. So if you're kind of maybe want to switch up your marketing or look at a different lead vendor, you can get a lot of that information out there. Also under the support tab is our sales resource library. I think this is underutilized, I would say, because there's so many great things. I mean, for example, fact finders. There's a whole, I don't know, file full of different fact finders. Some maybe for estate planning, maybe there's some for business, some for budgeting, just all sorts of different things. And anything you find out there can be customized to your agency, so branded and all. But I mean, just a lot of great things. There's client presentations out there. So your client says, "What's long-term care?" There's a whole 7-page basics of LTC out there that you can send client approved to your client. So a lot of great things. Encourage you to check it out. Also got opportunity to do term quotes and GUL quotes. You can find forums out there. The industry is shifting to e-apps. We're going to talk about that here on the next slide. If you haven't noticed, on our website, we give you access to Firelight using the Luma platform. We've got iPipeline and iGo eApp, and then Sunfire for Medicare. So regardless if you're doing life, annuity, or Medicare, you can do all your apps with one single sign-on to our website, which if you're like me, I hate remembering passwords, so it's really nice to have one single spot to go to. The other nice thing on doing it on our website is you get stuck on an app and you don't know what you're doing wrong or why you're only at 99%. If you're doing it on our website, we actually have access to mirror in and see the app, so we can help you find the last little bit you're missing. So encourage you to register on our website, sign up for eApps there. I'll put a plug in for eApps. I'll tell you, and Jennifer will tell you when she comes on, she'll back me up on this one. Your business gets issued 5 to 7 business days faster, at least at a minimum, by doing an eApp. A lot of these carriers have now built in the suitability into the Firelight system. So it's almost like instant approve or decline. Unless there's a red flag, it's getting approved and we're getting transfer paperwork out within a day or so, where it used to take 7 to 10 days. If you're doing a paper app, that paper app has to be manually entered, then it has to be manually reviewed, manually go through suitability instead of a lot of the fast things you can do online. If you didn't know, we do have a full service creative department here in house. Jacob, Curtis, and their team do a great job for our advisors and agents. As you can see, anything from branding, you're new to the business, you need a business card designed. Like I said, we can brand all things for you to make sure that it all looks in unison. Do all the digital stuff as far as websites, social media, email marketing. Maybe you want to do a drip email campaign. Maybe you want to do a digital newsletter out to your clients each month. We can handle all that here in house. Also, like I mentioned, if you get our emails, you'll see we put out a lot of great information, flyers, brochures. Any of that stuff can be customized for you as well. So if you have something that you're interested in having the creative team work on, if you go to the IMES creative page through our website, you can put in a request right there, or you can reach out to your marketer and discuss it with them, and they'll get you to the proper person on the creative team to handle that request. If you didn't know, we also have a sister company, Imes Wealth Management, just a couple blocks away from us here in Omaha. When the DOL was kind of looming over us years ago, Charles and Steve said it was time. So we do have Imes Wealth Management and RIA. And two parts of this I'm going to mention. If you're going into a household and you got a client who's got 500,000, we know that any annuity carrier can only take a certain percentage of that, maybe 70%. We'll just say 350. Okay. So what are you going to do with that other 150,000? Because if you're not doing something with it, you're just allowing another advisor or agent to come in and potentially steal that client. So we think it is good to have an avenue for all of our agents, whether security licensed or not. So number one, if you are security licensed or 65 registered, you can get registered with Imes Wealth Management. They run their business just like we do here on the insurance side. Family first. You're an individual. You have a name. You're not a number. And high service, high touch class as far as service goes. So obviously can get registered that way. The other thing we thought was important is have an outlet for those who maybe don't want to get their security license. So we do have a client or agent direct program where you go in that house, you handle the annuity, you bring in Zach or Chad to help, and they'll handle the 150 on the security side. You'll handle the annuity, and you know that that client stays safe in your book, no potential loss there. One other thing with that client direct program is maybe you're studying for your exam. I had an agent who, now an advisor, who was studying for his exam, and while studying over the last couple months, he was able to build up several $1 million using the direct program. And as soon as he got registered with Imes Wealth Management, all those clients just transferred right over to him. So he now has 4 million under management. So a great way to kind of build those assets while you decide whether you want to go that avenue or not. We've got an answer for you. So one poll question I am going to put up right now, if you are interested in talking with the guys over there, whether about the client direct program or getting registered with IMES, or any questions at all regarding that, go ahead and answer yes to the question. All that's going to do is generate a call from Chad or Zach reaching out to see what questions they can get answered. So if you guys could go ahead and do that, we'll get going on to the next slide then. I promise you're almost done listening to me. Alrighty. And Life and Annuity Academies. I don't know everyone on the line, but if you haven't been to one of these, you'll definitely want to put this on your calendar for one of these. This year, we're probably going to have 5 to 6 of them this year. What these are, the 2.5-day intense training, and it's not Annuities 101. If you're new to the business, it'd probably be a little overwhelming. It's not Life Insurance 101. This is how can we help you grow your business? We're going to bring in some of our top producers who are going to tell you how they went from writing 250,000 a year to writing 6 million a year, over the last several years, and just how they grew their business and what they did to do it, and things that they've added to their business that brought value. We're going to have some of our key partners in there talking about different strategies as far as marketing goes. We just recently rolled out a new program with Irma Navigator. We're going to have those guys out. We're going to have Retirement Analyzer out here showing you that software, Indexalizer. A lot of these tools that IMES provides for you, we're going to bring them in and teach you this stuff, as well as hearing from our executives and several people here on my staff as well. So usually goes from a Wednesday through a Friday. Fly you in. It is all expense paid. We do have a tuition fee that we take up front, but with 250,000 of index annuity premium or 25,000 in target premium, that is reimbursed as soon as you hit that, as long as you hit it within 90 days of the academy. So if you are interested, our next one is going to be June 4th through the 6th. It's going to be here in Omaha. SILAC and Imes Wealth Management are going to be our co-sponsors on it. So if you are interested in potentially joining that one or one of the other ones this year, go ahead and answer yes, and that will get the link, registration link, sent out to you so that you can let us know that you are interested in coming. All right. Last thing, I'm going to hand it over to Jen. We all like trips. This is our top producer trip that we do. We do this every 18 months. As you can see, it takes 5 million trip credits to qualify. If you scan the QR code, you'll be able to see kind of the breakdown on how business counts. Index annuities, dollar for dollar, MIGA counts as a half point. Life target premiums like 12 to 1 or something like that. But 5 million gets you and a guest over to Quebec. Qualification did start last January and actually is coming up toward the end of it. So we will be closing down that here in June, which is great because then we start a new one. So really excited. We got probably 70, 80 people on pace to hit for Quebec. Really excited for this trip, and it'll be a really great time. If you've ever been on one of these trips, you'll never want to miss one again. I tell all my agents after their first one, they'll probably never want to miss one again because you really get to see the family vibe. And it's a great way for us to say thank you for partnering with us and doing business with us. So with that, I am going to hand it over to Jennifer. Jennifer, again, like I said, is with Fidelity and Guarantee Life. She is our internal wholesaler there, does a great job getting things expedited when needed and fixing all my problems or your guys' problems too. So appreciate you joining us, Jennifer, and the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. And I will piggyback off of what Laura said when it comes to the EAP. Your life will be so much easier. Yes, it may take your first one to get used to it, but eventually you will get the hang of it and you will, go 90 to nothing when it comes down to the EAP. And the processing time, yes, is so much faster when it comes to the EAP. If somebody will just let me know, are you able to see my screen?
Yep, we're good to go.
Okay, perfect. So first off, I do want to thank Laura and you all for allowing me to come on today and talk about F&G and our product that has a big premium bonus that is perfect for any replacement stories that you have out there. So I'll go ahead and get started today. Let me introduce you to our team really quick. We are Territory 4. We have Tia Stanley. She is our National Account VP. She is leading our territory. You may be familiar with seeing her out and about, any conferences, anything like that. Tia is on the road. We have David Downing as our National Account Manager. He is our boots on the ground. So if there is somewhere where Tia is not able to be, you will see David there representing our territory. And then myself, Jennifer Howe, I am our senior internal wholesaler. I am the concrete that holds all of us together. So on our agenda today, let's get to know F&G, and then let's talk about that product that I mentioned, Performance Pro. So F&G was upgraded to A with AM Best. We know that many agents, even policyholders, agencies, IMOs, they want their agents to work with carriers who are an A-rated company or greater. And great news, we are. Not just with AM Best, but with S&P 500, Fitch, and Moody's. We have an A-rated scorecard with them, so that's great for us. We are ranked top 10 in the fixed index annuity and fixed index universal life sales. So F&G is strong. I will tell you one quick thing that in Iowa, where the home office is located, I think it's actually in Des Moines, they do a contest, or they run this contest, and you can rank the companies in that town to work for that are the best. And as long as I've been here, a little over a year and a half, the last 2 years, F&G has ranked in the top 10 for one of the best companies to work for in the Des Moines area. We also have assets under management of $52.2 billion as of 12/31/24. F&G is growing like crazy. Before COVID hit, F&G only had 200 employees. As of right now, we have over 1,500 employees. So that just tells you a great story about F&G and how amazing they are, not just on the product, product-wise, but for a company, they also believe family first. So it's a great company to work for. So let's go ahead and talk about the product. So Performance Pro NU. So first, powerful bonus. So up to 15% on your first year premium is applied to your account value. So as Laura mentioned in the beginning, this bonus can help offset any surrender charges that your client may be incurring because they're wanting to leave their current carrier. They're wanting to look for higher rates. This is a product that we're going to look at. Of course, this bonus can vary by the age of the client and the state, but we'll look further into that here in a minute. It does have a 2.7% roll-up rate for the first 10 years or until age 85 or until the withdrawal period begins. So another thing with this product is it has a income rider that is available on it. Very reasonably priced at 10 basis points. It's on there for the what if. So if your client decides that later on they do want to take income from it, that is always an option for your client. So you're getting some accumulation, you're getting a high premium bonus, and you have that what if income rider available. It also has a potential add-on rate based on the growth of your account value. So let's say that your account value returns, last year 4%. We're going to add that 4% onto that 2.75%, so that income bucket will grow at 6.75%. You have the steady stream of lifetime income. So from the start, you'll know how much your payment will be once you retire. We know that we're going to be guaranteed the 2.75%. And of course, you have that add-on rate. So there could be a potential for growth. Your payments will never run out as long as you live. We know with a guaranteed income, as long as the annuitant is living, whether the account value goes to zero, you're still going to get that payment. Plus, another added feature, you can double the payment amount if you become impaired or you're unable to perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living. So we have an impairment multiplier that's available on our income rider. If you do happen to do business in California, that impairment multiplier is approved in California as well. The client can't perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living. They can submit the documentation and that income will increase. Now, with that income, let me just throw in here, there's no time frame on that. So if it takes 5 years for the account value to deplete, then it takes, your client's going to get that doubler for 5 years. So the impairment multiplier will work and stay doubled as long as the account value is above 0. Also, we have some free riders that are available on this product as well. They're built into it: nursing home care, home health care, and terminal illness. So let's talk about the premium bonus that's available on this product. So it is subject to a vesting schedule. For all states, you're going to see it's 75 years or younger, it's 15%, 76 to 80 is 9%. For other states, 75 or younger is 11%, and then 76 to 80 is 6%. If you run an illustration or you're doing your EAP, those are built into it. You put in your state, it's going to populate the premium bonus that is available for that state. More about that income rider. Your income base determines your lifetime payout amount, and there are 2 factors that we talked about. At minimum, it's going to grow at the 2.75%, and you do have that add-on rate as well. The 100% of your account value applies to the income base via the add-on rate. So this is just going to show you some diversification when it comes to the electing the indexes on this product. So you'll see that not one index is doing better. So they all start out low and eventually go higher. That add-on rate will go into that income bucket for your client. So when less is more, and how the Performance Pro fixed indexed annuities winning combination of a strong bonus and a low fee income rider option for your clients will help them out. One thing I do want to talk about really quick when it comes to that premium bonus replacement. Our goal is to ultimately, we want to recoup in full that surrender loss for your client. And by using the Performance Pro with whether, 15% bonus or 11% bonus, depending on the state, we do have a little leeway when it comes to if we can't cover it in full. So if we can, let's say that we're off by 1 or 2%, and we still have that net loss, we can make it work up to 3%. 3 to 5%, it's not an automatic decline, but it is going to take us getting with our suitability department. That way that they can, look at it. They're going to want to make sure that we are doing what's in the best interest of our clients. And one thing that will help out in this scenario is a letter of instructions from you as the agent, noting that the client understands what's going on, that they may be losing, a death benefit, or they may be losing an income rider. But we need to know those kind of things just so that when our suitability team looks at it, they know that we're doing what's in the best interest of the client. So when we talk that the larger premium bonus percentage on annuity is better, that's not always necessary. So we're going to consider the impacts of the fees. We also take this into consideration as well. So here's a hypothetical of our Performance Pro and a couple of our competitors using the following assumptions. So we have Performance Pro, which is the F&G product. We have competitor A and competitor B. So we're all going to put in $100,000 on each one of those. You'll see our fixed interest rate at 2.75. Competitor A is at 3%. And competitor B is at 2.9. We've got the premium bonus listed. We are the lowest premium bonus in this situation at 15%, 20% for competitor A, and then 22% for competitor B. But let's look at these annual fees. Look how low the Performance Pro is at 10 basis points, 95 basis points for competitor A, and then competitor B is at 1.2%. But when the fees are subtracted from the premium bonus, Performance Pro comes out on top. So here's how the math works in that 10-year surrender period. So let's take a look at competitor A. We have the account value of $146,469. That premium bonus, it's $20,000. But those fees are at $13,087. We have competitor B with account value of $143,856, a premium bonus of $22,000. Those fees are even higher. It's $16,438. But let's take a look at Performance Pro. Our account value is $149,319. Our premium bonus is at $15,000. So we are lower, but look at that fee. It's $1,358. How much lower you're paying, your client's paying for that big bonus. So when the fees are subtracted from the premium bonuses, the net result is $13,642 for Performance Pro, $6,913 for competitor A, and then $5,562 for competitor B. So quite a big difference, and why less can mean more. So the benefits of the performance add up. So we do have the interest growth potential based on the crediting options linked to 6 well-known market indexes. We also offer a fixed interest rate. We have partial-free or penalty-free partial withdrawals up to 10% of the vested account value. So once annually after the first policy year. The death benefit, so full account value at death, that premium bonus, fully vested death, we'll pay it out as a lump sum. And then the liquidity features that are available. So this is built into the product, no extra charge for that. Home health care, nursing home care, and terminal illness is available. So let's take a quick glance at the current interest rates for this product. So a couple items that I do want to point out when I'll email Laura these rate sheets and just a follow-up of a recap of the Performance Pro. But you'll see that we do have some options on our indexes that have charges. So what that means is there is on the balance asset 5, that 2-year point-to-point with a charge. So you can buy up that rate for an additional 1.25%. So that is a charge to your client that will be charged annually. We also have some features, which is amazing, that if you look at the BlackRock Market Advantage, the 160% participation rate, and you'll see that little number 2 by it. What that means is it's guaranteed to always be 100% participation rate or greater. I've been in the industry for 18 years and I'm used to seeing guarantees 50%, 60%. 100% is amazing for our clients and for you as the agent. Those are things that, you can talk about with your policyholder if that's an option, for them to look at a rate like this. This will go through, I'm not going to go through each and every one, but just a couple of items that I did want to point out on that are big features for F&G when it comes to our interest rates. I know that IMES is great when it comes to helping their producers. We here at the home office of F&G are here to help as well. If you ever need, questions on case design, illustrations, anything that you can think of, our sales desk is here. So feel free to take down this number. This is also their email address. Somebody is there on the phone Monday through Friday to help you out in any way that you may need. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. So what we'll do, just recap really quick, Performance Pro, huge premium bonus, great replacement story. If you have clients that still have some surrender charges, we can use that premium bonus to offset it. We still have a little leeway if we can't fully offset the premium bonus. Don't be afraid to ask if it's something that, that we can do. Reach out to Laura. She's more than willing to, to give me a call, just check and see if it's something that we might be able to accept. Our e-app does have all these features built into it. So if you put in the information, the e-app doesn't like it, it'll let you know like, hey, this is not going to work. But if there's any questions, you can always reach out to us. We are also working on a suitability tool. No ETA at this time. I'm hoping within the next month that you'll be able to go in to our sales link. You'll be able to put in different information when it comes to like their financials just to see if it's suitable. It'll pop out and let you know like, hey, this meets the guidelines or this doesn't meet the guidelines. That will help also auto fill into the e-app. So be looking out for that announcement as well.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. We appreciate you a lot doing that. I didn't actually
Certainly.
have a quiet group today. No questions at this time. But did you? I maybe I missed it. Did you touch at all on your commission bonus that for the year on your
No, I
tiers?
did not.
I was just
No,
one
that's a great,
might want to mention that too.
okay. So we do have a power producer program. And what I'll do, Laura, I'll send that over to you as well. This is something that we offer as if you bear with me one moment, I can actually, let me grab it really quick because you never know who can see it or not.
Well, she's pulling that up. Oh, here we go. Yep, there you go.
No,
Oh,
that's not it.
that's not. Well, as she's pulling it up, though, a lot of carriers offer, if you write $1 million, then we kick you back, or $2 million, we'll kick you back, a half a point or a quarter point or whatnot. So F&G has one going for this year as well, and she'll get me over the flyer, and I can email it out to everyone. But their standards on this on their power producer compensation plan, as you can see, start at 2 million, which is really low compared to other carriers. So with $2 million with F&G, you're getting that 25 bips retroactive back to $1. And then the next year, this is the smallest gap I've ever seen, is just $1 million higher, and you get another quarter point. So I mean, a really great way to earn that extra comp off the business you're putting with F&G. So, like we talked about, that 15% bonus is awesome right now. So we should all be, after this webinar, we're gonna all go look in our cabinet, filing cabinet or our CRM, to policies we wrote a couple years ago. And even if it's an income product, maybe the client's not taking income, or maybe they are, shoot it over to me or your sales director. I've actually had a lot of payout percentages being so high, even on the income side. F&G is very strong right now on the income side too. So I mean, if we can get it to where it makes sense and we're bettering the client situation, we really want to take an opportunity to do so, because like I said, carriers actually are welcoming this. So I am going to launch this last poll question here. If you do want information on the product and everything that you heard today, just go ahead and answer yes. My assistant will get that out to you later today, along with a recording of the webinar. So with that, again, Jen, I really appreciate you joining us today, and I hope everyone has a happy Easter. We're almost to Good Friday. Hopefully everyone's off early tomorrow and enjoying time with their families. So appreciate you guys all joining us, and have a great day.
Thank you.